have, the more difficult it is, the more challenging it is for you to fight for sales and market share. So one aspect is the threat to be competitors. But sometimes if you are, like I said, it depends on understanding your business. Sometimes threat can also be an opportunity. How? How can threat be an opportunity? If you are a company that is doing quite well, quite a big size business within, say, Klang Valley, cover Klang Valley very well, the business comes from Klang Valley, you have not gone beyond Klang Valley, and then you have another competitor maybe covers Penang, Kedah, Police, northern side, small competitor. They also don't come to Klang Valley, and you are thinking about expanding. So maybe that company is not a big company. If you have the capital, one way is to buy over that small company, what we call an acquisition strategy. Why? Because straight away you can buy over a company that got brands that is strong in the northern area of the country. That can be one of the strategy. So one way of, when we have too many competitors, you buy over smaller companies so that you reduce the level of competitors. Of course, you buy competitors only if you have the money, and number two, you don't have those, you can leverage on the brand. So like if you are not in Penang, and this brand is only from Penang, then it makes, and they are the market leaders in Penang, then it makes sense to buy over the company. Straight away you have distribution access to the northern side. Then you can expand your Klang Valley brands to northern also. And your northern brands can also expand to Klang Valley so that you have more brands to fight against your competitors. That's one way of looking at it. So always the SWOT is very interesting because they are opposites of each other. Strength opposite is weakness, weakness opposite is strength. Opportunities and threats, same thing. So what is a strength can be a weakness if you are not careful, and what is a weakness you can also turn it into a strength. So you must know how. Yeah? Other examples? For example, when we talk about environment, some companies, if you look at, say, McDonald's, yeah? Why is McDonald's? If you go to McDonald's, they only sell certain type of drinks. Yeah? Why? What does McDonald's sell? What soft drinks do they sell in McDonald's? She goes to McDonald's every day. Coke. Okay, so it's under Coca-Cola company. So everywhere you go in McDonald's in the world is Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola for the cola drink. For orange juice, they have the brand called Minute Maid, which is under the Coca-Cola company. So for mineral water, they also have a Coca-Cola brand. I can't remember what brand it is. It's called Dasani. Dasani. Yeah? So everything is under Coca-Cola. So some companies look at try to increase their sales by tying up with the fast food company because they have branches all over, they have franchises all over, they are always expanding. So you get sales from them because people who go to McDonald's have no choice. If they want Pepsi, they have to drink Coke. They have no choice. So maybe you can tie up. Of course, you can't tie up with the big boys. The big boys all tie up with the big boys with it. KFC, Pizza Hut all tie up with PepsiCo. So it's Pepsi Cola. McDonald's with Coca-Cola. So maybe you can tie up with Mary Brown. Or there's a local brand in Sarawak called Sugar Bite. They also tried to come to KL a few years ago. They also died. But it's a very strong Sarawak brand. You go to any major city in Sarawak, you can find Sugar Bite. You can tie up with them. I don't know who they tie up with. Yeah? So these are things where to increase the sales. One way is to tie up with existing businesses. And that's then they have co-branding and all those issues. What are the external factors? We talk about competitors, what else besides that? We talk about what?
Economy.
Okay. Economy. Yeah, because, well, it depends on the company you choose. If you talk about, say, carbonated drinks, your soft drinks. If the economy is good, yeah, people will drink. They don't mind drinking, they drink. And if the economy is not good, maybe like in Malaysia, because there are so many substitute products. Maybe drink Chinese tea, no? Cheaper, 50 cents. If you drink Coke, it's 250 or 220, depending on the shop that you go to. So, we can talk about the economy. Yeah, maybe when times are bad, people all go for local brands, rather than international brands. Or they go for smaller, some companies they go for smaller packaging. These are some strategies you can do. Like Coca-Cola recently, they have a bottle, right? The can. The can is 330 ml. Normally that's about 2 ringgit to 250, depending on the shops that you go to. But now Coke has launched a small bottle, which is I think 150 or 160 ml. It's a small bottle, and it's in a coffee shop. It retails for 120. So a lot of companies in countries whereby there is a lot of people who don't have the disposable income, the money to spend on this kind of thing, which is not necessities. They look at getting a small packaging. They still want to buy a brand, but they cannot afford a big brand, they buy smaller versions. That's why, let's say, if you go to many poor areas, or you go to kampong areas or new villages in Malaysia or India or China, when you go to the rural areas where there's a lot of poverty, but they want branded products, they want shampoo. They don't buy the big shampoo bottle that you buy in the city. That's 30 ringgit, 25 ringgit. They can't even buy a small bottle, it's about 10 ringgit, 12 ringgit. So they buy sachet, you know, the packets, individual packets. Sometimes you go to a hotel, they give you individual packets. That one will probably be 80 cents, 60 cents. So they can afford that. Yeah, or like, you know, in the old days, the cigarettes, if people cannot buy the 20s in a packet, they buy the 14 stick, 15 stick, 12 stick, 10 stick. The stick cannot afford it, they sell loose stick. One stick by one stick. And normally retailers are happy to sell smaller quantity because they make more money. But to the people who cannot afford to buy one packet of 20 cigarettes, which is about 7 ringgit or 8 ringgit, one stick, 50 cents, they rather pay even if it's more expensive. Because it's affordable, they only look at 50 cents. Yeah, so those are some things that you can look at in the economy. What else? What else do you look for in the external environment?
Government policy.
Government, whether there are any special policies that may make your business not grow not so fast or can help your company. For example, like in Malaysia, sugar now is controlled by this big fella. You in my class?
Yeah.
Okay.
Marketing policy.
You weren't here last week. So like sugar is now monopolized by Ahmad Syed Bukhari. He controls the whole of Malaysia now. Yeah, because Mahathir is giving all the monopoly. Right? You see something like? Yeah, I heard you say something like. Anyway, so sugar price is controlled by him. So if he decides to increase price, it affects your production, right? If you produce carbonated drinks, soft drinks, high component is sugar. Or he also controls rice. He owns bananas. So if he increase price on rice, if you sell food or you need rice as part of your production, then you have to increase price. So it affects your pricing strategy. If you increase price, customers not happy, they will go for cheaper substitute. Or they buy less, then it affects your sale. Or they go to non-rice product. Maybe eat bread. So it affects your business no matter what, unless you pass on to the consumer. A consumer, if you increase price, they may not be happy, they reduce their consumption or they go and switch. If you maintain the same price, you're going to make less profit. So those are issues which the government may can have impact on your business. Yeah, like the case of Apollo. You know Apollo? They produce those chocolate wafers. During recession period, what do? Because it's a small item, children normally buy those kind of things for snacks. So if it is what, I don't know how much is this, 1 bar of a low waffle is maybe, say 50 cents. For children, 50 cents, okay. But if it keeps on increasing because sugar price go up, cocoa price go up, they can't be increasing 60 cents, 70 cents, 80 cents. Because these are probably school kids buying it. So if they want to maintain the price 50 cents, but the cost has gone up, then what do? They make it slightly smaller. Instead of maybe like that, make it smaller. So you can't see. So when people buy, they still think it's the same perception. But the price is still the same. But if you measure it, it's smaller a bit. Because you look at one, maybe no different, but if you produce millions and millions of chocolate wafer, they make a lot of savings. I was reading about this, I was thinking whether to write it in my blog about Subway. Subway, their best-selling sandwich is the foot-long sandwich. You know, to Subway. Subway is a foot-long sandwich. And somebody in America complained it's misrepresentation because it's not actually 1 foot long. And somebody in Australia took the cube and then measured it. It's less than 1 foot and sued Subway in Australia. Now it's a court case now. So they say you claim it is a foot long, but I measure it's not foot long. So next time I go and eat I know like sausages. That's how I saw that foot long sausage. See whether it's 1 foot long. Otherwise sue them or make some money there. So that's one way they reduce it so that you don't realize it. Because the name says foot long, so it will be 1 foot. You assume it is 1 foot until somebody measures it, less than 1 foot. But Subway in America, they explain it differently. They say before, when we prepare it's 1 foot, when we put it into the microwave, it shrink a bit. You know, like sausages. The raw sausage can be 1 foot. But by the time you cook, 0.8, 0.9, yeah? Things like that. So that's one way you handle recession, low consumption or price increases. So government sometimes may play a part, especially in Malaysia, whereby a lot of it is crony business. And the government gives out people to monopolize the market. So that can be an issue. Yeah? Or some products you cannot bring it in because of certain restrictions, certain restraints. Because compete with the local product, local company, whatever it is. Government can always put a stop. Then it affects your business. What else? So we talk about government, competitors. What else? This girl always comes later. Huh? Yen. Yen. Social. What is social? Social culture. So what is social culture? That one doesn't come under marketing audit and not so much about it's part of your strategy if you want to grow the business. One way of growing the business is to go sell it overseas, find new markets. So maybe if you want to find new markets, say you want to send to South America, Europe, Japan, you have to look at the cultural aspect of it, social cultural aspect. Maybe Japanese people, they want nice packaging, so they have to design new packaging. Maybe Middle East want sweeter biscuits, we have to make it sweeter for them. So that will come under strategies. Yeah. Because that's one of the strategies to grow your market share. You cannot, you already reach maturity, reach saturation point in Malaysia. You want to go, when you do sales, you go outside the country. That's what London biscuits do, Mummy Dada do, they export to a lot of countries. Yeah. What else? How technology?
If the technology is good enough, then the production will be more.
Okay, so
lesser cost.
okay, so you have to try to find out about the company they have chosen. Say like Farm Best. Maybe right now they never use machine. They get people to come and slaughter the chicken, unfeather it, cut it, and pack it. So if you have machines to do that, then it's very fast, so you become more efficient. Instead of doing 200 chickens per day, maybe the machine can do 1,000 chickens a day. So that makes it more effective. More effective, it cuts down the production cost. Because everybody is looking at automation. When you use people, it cannot be cheap. Even now in Malaysia also not cheap because Malaysia has a minimum wage. And besides, you cannot exploit your workers. We all know when we work for a living, every year we expect increments, isn't it? Every year we hope for bonus, isn't it? So cost of wage, our wages cannot go down. It's always going up. The costs go up. That's the biggest cost in anything that you produce. The wage bill is the biggest. So if costs keep on going up, one way to reduce it would be to automate the whole process. You use less people. Because people cost you more. Because people's costs will always go up. I mean today, like if you go to Guinness Anchor Berhad, the brewery, today when you go to the brewery, it's almost empty. All you see are the vats and the machines. And if there are people on the ground, it's either the supervisors or the QC people, the quality control people. No more product, no more factory workers. They don't need, everything is automated, right? So it's the whole plant is very empty. So that's where they cut costs because they cannot keep on increasing price of beer. Already beer prices in Malaysia is one of the highest in the world. So that's way to be more efficient, cut down costs. Less people, less salary, less bonuses, less increments, less PPL, less OXO, less everything. What else? Miss Kanaka will answer more than she thinks she knows. What else? What else in your environmental analysis that can become an opportunity or a threat? Because once you identify your SWOT, it can become your recommendations, your suggestions. Because you know that's the issue, the problem. How to make that into a strategy to help the company grow. It's easy. Yeah. Kanaka, I'm waiting for them to think.
Research and development.
Okay, in Malaysia, although we talk about research and development, actually we don't have a lot of bullshit. Mostly we are research and copy. Right? We follow like China style. We just buy the product. That's what all the local electrical companies do. Kim, Panasonic. They just buy all the Japanese models, strip it, see what they do, change a little bit here, put more plastic, more colors, and then they come out with a new product. Copy and paste. Research and copy, we call it R&C, not R&D. Yeah, because real research and development is very expensive. Very few companies in Malaysia that conduct research and development. Give you an example. Say, for example, Gillette, the company Gillette, the disposable shaver. When they launched Mark III is already an old brand. I think about 5 or 10 years ago, they launched this brand of shaver called Mark III. The boys will know like they shave. Girls, they shave their legs. Mark III, just a simple disposable shaver. They did research to develop that Mark III. It cost them almost $1 million just to do research. And you know that disposable shaver is so cheap. When they launched the product in America, their advertising budget is 2.5 times more than the research budget. So just for $3.5 million to do research and development and advertising and promotion, to launch a disposable shaver which is less than 10 million. So how many companies in Malaysia has enough money or understand the concept of research and development to do those kind of things? We normally don't, we just copy. I mean, just like say, what's our Jack and Jill, Mr. Potato. There, I don't think they do any research at all. They just see, Pringles come out with this flavor, and we also copy. Come out. So almost all the flavors, we don't do research. When we do research means we find out, okay, what Malaysians want, which flavor, that flavor. I didn't see anybody come out with durian flavor. No. So, in a generic sense, research and development is important because you have to come up with new products. maybe new variances. You come up with soya sauce. Maybe people want different soya sauce. Some they want sweeter, some they want less sweet, some they want sourish sweet, sweet and sour type. Some they want flavor. Maybe you can put mangosteen flavor soya sauce, banana flavor soya sauce. Maybe. Yeah, because you look at, say, good example is Pringles. You know Pringles? The potato chips? It's manufactured by Procter and Gamble. It's a big multinational. In America, they have something like about 200 varieties, flavors of Pringles. Then potato chips, what kind of flavor can they have? They have 200. They have the normal version, then they have the salty version, the less salt version, then they have the healthy version, they have the rice version, the potato version, and they have all the different flavors. So they can extend their product portfolio, product range. So maybe soya sauce, your chap tu pai, can make different types. Just like say, if you go to Nando's, right, they have those peri-peri sauce. They have 3 different types to cater for those who want different levels of spiciness. So you could extend your product to cater for people who want different types of flavor. What else? See, Kanakas come out all the suggestions. Come on, think of something. What other external factors? Huh? Politics. Well, politics, as we discussed earlier, is governmental. The government may impose certain restrictions. You cannot do this, you cannot do that. So it affects the production. Yeah. So that's why we talk about legal, political. Yeah, not only political, legal. Maybe environment. Maybe if you are a small business, say your chap tu pai is a cottage industry, you do it in the back of your house. Maybe suddenly the health ministry say you cannot do that. Unhygienic, no proper drainage, no proper separation of food items and all that. So you have to transfer into a light industrial area. So that increases your cost. You cannot afford it because it's a small business. So this kind of thing may impact on it. Yeah? Yes.
She said about nature disaster.
What?
Nature disaster.
Oh, natural disaster. Okay. In Malaysia, got no natural disaster, what? You got no earthquake, what? You hear the sound of the earthquake, what? You can feel the earthquake, but no earthquake, what? Not yet, lah. Huh?
Flash flood.
Flash flood. Okay. Flash flood is becoming very common because the weather has changed so much. Well, it depends on the location. If your location is in a normal place where it's always flooded, then of course it doesn't make sense for you to set up a factory there. You shouldn't bring a factory there. Or if you have a factory there because it's cheap or whatever it is, easier for connect to all the highways, then maybe you move it on to the first floor. No? You shouldn't be on the ground floor. Normally before you set up a factory, you would check whether low-lying area, high-lying area, drainage how and all that. Okay. What else? They're still waiting here. Waiting for you. Huh? Nothing? Nothing? Why? We were talking about war. Of course of course war and everything is disrupted Yeah? People will buy less. They will stock up first. Then after that, shops will close because of war. Like Sabah East Sabah all closed, shops all closed. here most, I suppose most of you are West Malaysians, so we look at Peninsular Malaysia, so right now we are okay lah. So war shouldn't be affected lah. What else? Thinking. Still thinking, are you? Oh, don't think so much, I know your hair so strong. Like ayamas is a good example. I mean, like I'll give you some examples so that you know, like when you make suggestions, where does it, how do you think of growing the business? Ayamas. When KFC first started out, they were just having a franchise. They were the master. KFC Malaysia is a franchisor for KFC Malaysia. And a few countries that they own, and also KFC India. Yeah? So when they started out, they were depending on sourcing chickens from poultry farmers. Then they realized cost of chicken is going up. Why? Because the chicken feed is going up. Corn is going up. All those feed that you feed the chickens is going up and continues to go up. So they say one way to try to control cost is to breed your own chickens. So that's why KFC went into their own chicken farms. Because then they try to control that end. So, and then they find out that they breed so many chickens, they got excess, not enough to KFC, then they started ayamas. And from ayamas they start another restaurant called Rasa Mas, yeah? Where they serve you normal food, which is Malaysian type food versus fast food KFC. And then they start ayamas, they also sell the ready to make, ready to cook chicken, already cut together with the nuggets and all those processed chicken. And they have the ayama stores. So that's how KFC started out. They control the whole value chain. So maybe other manufacturers, you may look at that as well. Yeah. Because when you control the value chain, you can become more efficient in your production because you control it, so you can reduce, you can play around with cost. So you can make more profits. Somebody was saying about technology. Yeah? Kawan is a good example. These days, increasingly you find a lot of foods in Malaysia, a lot of manufacturers produce frozen food. Why? Because today we are going to be like the West, very busy, just trying to make money. So husband working, wife working, nobody does any cooking at home. Nobody wants to have maid because the maid might kill your children, run away, you know, you all sorts of trouble. So no maid. So if your parents are working, then who's going to cook food? That's why in America, frozen TV dinners are very popular. Yeah, they have this tray, everything is a complete meal, just put it in the microwave, pop, meal. You can order different type of frozen meals. These are complete meals, which is better than your instant noodles, because instant noodles must add on, otherwise you just eat noodles. So these are frozen meals, they are proper meals, well balanced from vegetables, from meat, and everything. So you just put it in the microwave. So increasingly you find in Malaysian society, people are opting for frozen food. I mean, there is this company called Brahim's. You know this company? They produce all the ready-to-make sauces. Brahim's. They produce sauces, you know, curry sauce, fish and curry, chicken curry sauce, sweet and sour sauce, and they sell it in a packet. All you do is just pour some water, overheat, and you got your ready-made sauce, so you can buy it, just add it on. You don't have to worry about buying this ingredient, that ingredient, this ingredient, that ingredient. Take 2 hours to prepare your curry, so just pour 15 minutes, you got the sauce. So a lot of people buy that, that's why they're doing quite well. They also are a caterer for mass. Yeah? They got a contract to do the mass catering for Malaysian Airlines. So there's another company like this. Now they even have those sauces for Bak Kut Teh. There's another local company that does that. So all these are companies that you can have. A1 also, the chicken company. See, you have many choices to choose. Only thing is, how to get information, that's a problem. Yeah, you need to do a little bit of research on that one. Because that one will differentiate the kind of marks you get. If you just give the minimum, then you get minimum marks. But if you demonstrate, you do a lot of reading, a lot of research, you put it in a project, you will get high marks. That's what a university does.